Historic Pioneer Square at CenturyLink Field in the beautiful city of Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Washington Redskins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? To return, this is Doug Baldwin. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they're not having to earn much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
Now Wilson on first down. Complete. Richardson has it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Second down following the run.
We got chips over here. Chips over here. That's overload.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. 13 yards that time at a first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the... Now a loose football. The ball comes out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing is Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Off the play fake, Cousins. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Anderson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the sack on 1st down there by the defense, and now it's 2nd down. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. He gets it to Baldwin. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. This is taken at his 4. And he is knocked down from the side at the 24-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. On the carry, it's Davis. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On third down, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Play fake here on first down. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Play action. It's Wilson. That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Amara Darboh, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he's got it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Vanette, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And his kick is good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Chris Thompson on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Reminder later tonight, a good one down in Miami. It'll be the Raiders and the Dolphins. A lot of playoff history between those two in the 70s.
Yeah, there sure is.
And then tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 9, the unofficial halfway point of the season with the Lions and Packers from Lambeau. First down. Here's Cousins. This one caught by Crowder. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run with Marshall. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's brought in by Doxson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They'll run with Thompson. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Seahawks. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Wilson on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Play action. Now Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sua Cravens. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. To throw is Wilson. And it It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So out now come the Redskins. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And here's Marshall, able to slither by. Room here to run. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 45 yards on the ground. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Cousins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run for it with Marshall. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. This will be caught at about the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a deep.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Keith Marshall, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now Wilson. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Fresh set of downs here. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Here's Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they're operating in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That sort of goes without saying that's the risk of running the option play. You can put the ball on the ground. They did there and turned it over.
So true, because you've got so many different decisions that have to be made. Are you handing the ball off inside, or are you just keeping it yourself, or you pitch it to your trail guy? And sometimes you get caught in between, and you're a little indecisive on the play, and it turns into the ball on the ground. Fortunately enough, they weren't able to return it for a touchdown.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. To throw again. Forced out to his left. Finding some room at midfield. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now Davis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up. Not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
This is complete. It's Baldwin. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Mike Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. From the gun, Wilson. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Play fake, Cousins. Flush to his right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. And now it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Out to the left, it's complete to Doxson. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Give him 30 yards there. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Play action now. Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Redskins scoop it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
On first down, Wilson underneath to Davis. He's to the 10, and he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On second down, here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. It's Shaquille Griffin, the rookie from Central Florida. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
They go play action with Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. Throwing is Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. They'll run it now out of the gun. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. An 8-yard gain, so that gets him halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Wilson. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Second down, Cousins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Cousins. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. From the shotgun, Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Sheds up, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Davis now. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They go again with Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run with Davis. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Well, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on, and now the ball game is over. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Seahawks, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll hit the road next.